Jayce Myles. Wow, what a backflip. This
Why?
kid is athletic.
Donnie, you see it every show. Why are you acting surprised?
And it never gets old.
What was the reason?
Jayce Myles, in a very short time here, what an impact this kid has made. Debuted at Panther Brawl last year in October in a triple threat match between Chris Mason and Damon Tangra.
Oh, that's the same night that we left Nathan Sims laying.
Yep, sure was.
Huh, look at that.
Now,
Just
Chris
like he was
Mason-
earlier.
Chris Mason was victorious in that triple threat. Jayce Myles was victorious, actually his first victory here in CWF in a one-on-one contest against Damon
What
Tangra.
is this idiot doing now?
He's just playing, he's just having a little fun with the referee. Jayce Myles, very, very playful, has a very fun-loving personality.
What is he doing? This.
That's a little.
Are you trying to? Where's HR?
Maybe.
Do we even have an HR?
I'll have to talk to the boss about that one. I'll have to talk to Marshall.
Yeah, well, if we did, I'd have a book. I'd have a list of complaints.
Shut
about
up,
as
Donnie.
thick
This
as the
isn't
New
about
York
you.
City
Focus
football.
on the match.
Yeah, this isn't about you, buddy.
Well, what it is about is the Voltage contract, the speed and ingenuity of Jayce Myles going one-on-one with the brute strength of Chris Mason.
I mean, this is great if you want to piss off the big man, but go ahead.
Not a smart thing to do. Matter of fact, speaking of pissing off, last time Chris Mason's boot connected with a face, it was yours, Darion.
Like I said, he threw a cheap shot, and I'm going to let that slide for now. Like this slide right here.
Going for the pin tip. No, only a 2 count. Jayce Myles, quite the underdog in this matchup. Weighs significantly less than the Southern Brute, Chris Mason. Chris Mason, well over 200 pounds, probably about 240, 250, depending on the day.
And there's the Chris Mason I know.
This is exactly. Oh,
Right,
spoke too
yeah,
soon.
Yep,
Eating
sure
that
did.
elbow from Jayce Myles, flying high, getting caught there.
There he goes again.
Now, like I was saying, this isn't what you want to happen. Him get his hands on you.
But Jayce Myles able to slip out of it, trying to put handcuffs on an eel.
What?
Doing a little bit of flex off there.
Why is he so weird?
Well, I mean, Jayce does have definition, but if we're going with sheer mass, that belongs to the Southern Brute. Southern Brute, more of a strong man.
Nice.
Oh, straight to the head. Darion, you know how that feels like. Please tell us what's going through the head of Jayce Myles right now.
Any more Darion slander? I will put my boot in your face.
I'm just saying.
No,
what
I
happened.
don't care what you want to say.
Well, right now, what I am going to say is it's not looking good for Jayce Myles. Chris Mason just laying in those blows. Jayce Myles on shaky ground here. Throwing him into the ropes. Missing with the clothesline. Jayce picking up speed.
Got him
picked
once.
up by Chris Mason.
Oh, my gosh. Come on,
Around
Chris.
and around, Chris Mason went and straight to the outside. The big man down now on one knee.
Why is he pandering to these people instead of capitalizing?
Well, I'd say he capitalized right there, throwing all 170 pounds onto Chris Mason. Chris Mason caught him, and then the floor caught Chris Mason.
Yeah, but he's on his feet already, and look at that.
Right out of the edge of the ring. God, Lee.
Idiot focuses on high fives instead of capitalizing.
Referee Ortiz now counting at 7. A double count out. That contract ain't going to go to anyone.
Such a great referee, by the way, isn't he?
I've got my complaints, but he's not doing too bad.
Going for the pin here. No. Jayce Myles able to kick out, and the Voltage contract. It's not a title in its own right, but it's a fast track to a title shot because with the Voltage contract, you can tag yourself into any match that is sanctioned here in the CWF. It could be for the tag titles, it could be for the D1, it could be for the CWF championship, or it could just be into a match against someone you don't like.
What match, hypothetical question here, Donnie. If you won the Voltage tag, what match would you sign up for?
I would immediately give it to a more deserving party. I am not a wrestler. I have had one match, and that was enough for me.
You see how much bass is taken out of his voice now?
Well, right now, all the fight about taking out a Jayce Myles right there.
He's
colliding
done.
with the corner. No! Now, don't let that small frame fool you. Jayce Myles, a lot of power in that, what's the word I can use for? In that smaller frame, he was able to take out Damon Tager. Damon Krager, no lightweight, at 230 pounds in his own right. But Chris Mason is 30 pounds stronger. Damon Tangra.
I heard you say Crater. I was like, who was
Damon
Crater?
Tangra slipping over my words there. But what I'm not slipping over here is a drop kick to Chris Mason. And Chris Mason is down on his backside.
Now he's got to get him out of the rope and in the middle of the ring, and unless the big man moves himself.
It's like a mountain moving out of the way, but moved out of the way it did. And Jayce Myles' back was connecting with that hard, unforgiving mat. And you may remember that back has already hit the edge of the ring, courtesy of Chris Mason.
He deserved it.
That's what he gets for focusing. Well, wait.
Chris Mason
Going for a pump
picking him
handle.
up. Going for a pump slam.
Nice.
That could have been all
Ball
she
game.
wrote. No! Still some fight left in Jayce Myles.
How
Jayce
he kicked
Myles.
out of that, I don't know.
Jayce Myles, who has only been in this federation for a short time since October, wins this match, will be at the front of the line with that Voltage contract in his hand. Of course, he's still got to get past Chris Mason. That's easier said than done.
What he's got to do is keep his foot on the gas. And just like that, he lets up. Wait.
I don't know why he fell for that.
Chris Mason has one strategy, and it does work for him, full speed ahead.
Nice.
And that's exactly why I say you shouldn't go up there.
And just tossing people around like that. No, only a 2 count.
Oh, he's not dirty laundry.
What are you talking about? What does clothing have to do with this matchup? Anyways, back to the punishment that Jayce Myles is enduring, courtesy of the Southern Brute, Chris Mason. Chris Mason going to get in the submission hold. Speaking of submission holds, Darion, congratulations on your victory.
I'm making Sims punk-ass tap out.
Well, his foot was on the bottom
Blah,
rope
blah,
there,
blah. I
Darren.
won the match. He passed out and tapped out. And now he's about to pass out right, or I guess not.
Jawbreaker under the Southern Brute. Jayce Myles going, a drop kick. It doesn't knock him off his feet, but it does knock him into the corner.
And he's still
Knocked him off that time.
back down to that bottom corner.
Jayce Myles, a human slinky here.
And this is what I'm talking about. You got to keep your foot on the gas. Keep on with the punishment.
Especially when you're the smaller man, you want to keep the bigger man down on the mat, neutralize that height and weight advantage. Almost got the 2 count there, but not quite. And, you know, Darion, Rob, you've both faced off against bigger men. Some of you have even faced off against Chris Mason. Is this the right strategy? What does Jayce has to do to get this victory?
Keep on him. That's what he needs to do, which is not what he's doing right now. Don't wait for him.
I think you got to check your facts, Donnie.
Oh, I don't need to check to know that that hurt. Ouch. Chris Mason going to try to end it here.
Case in point right there.
No, only a 2 count.
Pretty sure that was 3.
I'm pretty sure that was only a 2 count.
I'm pretty sure it was 3.
Y'all said y'all liked his officiating.
Right now, I don't.
Laying in the double X handle to the lower back of Jayce Myles.
He's trying to break that back.
And to say it is definitely not for Jayce Myles' chiropractic benefit. Snapmare now. And even the simplest of moves are lethal in the hands of Chris Mason. Going for the pin here again. No! And even though you two aren't the biggest fans of Jayce Myles, you got to admire the kid's moxie. He's tough as $2 steak.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Why are you eating $2 steak?
Yeah. Like,
I
what's
go
wrong
to
with you?
Waffle House a lot.
That's your fault for ordering the steak there. And this is over.
Scoop slam from Chris Mason.
Good
Up to
night.
Jayce Myles. No, not good night yet.
How?
He kicked out of that?
It's not his bedtime yet, apparently. Jayce Myles, though, just kind of staggering around in where-to-all. Might not even know where he is at this moment, trying to collect himself. Chris Mason as well trying to collect himself. Both men taking a breather here, but Chris Mason is back up on one foot, now back up on both.
When you take a slam like that, it sends a shock through your whole body.
Kind of like the shock I felt when I saw you get the victory.
Oh, don't be all pissy.
Once again, congratulations.
You need to put some more enthusiasm behind your voice.
Well, right now, Jayce Myles putting a lot of enthusiasm behind those blows. Ooh, especially that kick. Damn. Right of the meaty frame of Chris Mason. Probably one of the few downsides to being that big is you're an easy target to hit. It's going to take a lot of kicks to chop down that redwood, though. Missing with that. Push it to the ropes.
But the advantage is he's built like a tank, and what goes up must come down.
And that's, no! Good Lord, what is this kid made of?
2?
He kicked out of that?
2?
This is a testament to the fighting spirit that you will find here in the Coastal Wrestling Federation. Even the lightest of our wrestlers have more fight in them than any other roster in the Panhandle.
I guess you're right about that.
Okay.
I'll allow you to have that one.
Gets a lucky victory one time. And what? Is this going to be a lucky victory? No.
Sure is not.
DDT, but didn't get it. But Chris Mason has got him. Going for a full Nelson slam, but no. Chris Mason now on the middle rope. As I said,
what's he about to do here? Is he down?
Taking a page out of a certain luchador's move book here.
We're not even in that area code. And a neck breaker on top of that.
No! The best that Jayce Myles had to offer, and Chris Mason still kicks out of it.
This is why he's unpinned. He's built like a tank.
He's one tough SOB. I'll give him that.
One tough SOB, and the entire time that Chris Mason has been here, he has only been defeated twice, both times by our D1 champion, Brandon Collins. And Brandon Collins had to go to extreme lengths to get those victories. DDT on a Chris Mason.
With a little bit of leverage on top of it. But
Jayce
again,
Myles,
he has to capitalize. Don't look at them.
Jayce Myles going to try to capitalize, as you put it, Darion.
It's taking
going
too much
into
time.
The high-rent district.
It's taking too much time.
Moonsault, but nobody home.
Big boot.
And a big boot from Chris Mason.
Pin him. Pin him.
Going for the pin.
1, 2.
And that's no. Jayce Myles still able to kick out of it. That Voltage contract is still up for grabs.
Okay, Don, you can sit down now.
I haven't even left my seat yet.
I think he is sitting.
Oh, somebody should probably get him a booster seat.
Oh.
Wait.
Well, Chris Mason able to get out of that small package. Going for another pin attempt here. No, Chris Mason able to kick out of that.
Have you been told that before?
I haven't been told what. Never mind.
Done.
That's it. That's done.
Done.
It's over with.
And that's all she wrote.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, and now holder of the Voltage contract, the Southern Roots, Chris Mason.
And the thing about this is that is a dangerous man to hold that kind of position.
Yeah.
Every champion on the roster is going to be looking over their shoulder, and that man casts a long shadow. You'll hear the vibration of his boots before you ever see it.
Well, I would say Brandon Collins should be afraid. I think he'll be all right.
Jayce Myles gave it his all. I am very impressed with the tenacity of this young man, and even Chris Mason here seems to be impressed. It's very rare that a man as small as Jayce Myles can put up such a fight against Chris Mason. And Chris Mason extending his hand in good sportsmanship.
Very uncharacteristic of him.
Chris Mason is not a man to give his respect lightly. And Rob,
What's happening here?
Rob, even you and Darion.
I don't have to do anything.
What the hell? What the hell, Jayce?
You know, I might have misjudged him.
I might have too. You know,
Oh, you two are fickle.
call that fickle.
No, see, he learned quickly that.
What the heck?
Oh,
A knee right into Chris Mason. What the hell is all this about?
see, he learned quickly that their admiration doesn't get him anywhere.
Doesn't give him no respect.
Oh, come on.
Doesn't
not
give him any
again.
opportunities.
Jayce, I had this kid wrong. He's one hell of a sore loser.
And then-
he goes, and now he's pushing referee Ortiz. What the hell?
I like this kid. What'd you say earlier, Donnie? He's got some moxie, don't he?
Oh,
He's got some moxie on that kid.
nice.
Well, this crowd chanting, "You suck," at Jayce Myles, and quite frankly, I am ashamed at what he did there. Chris Mason extended his hand in good sportsmanship, and he got a hit right into the...
He's gonna be all right.
I think he's
gonna be all right.
Well, Jayce Myles assaulting referee Ortiz, assaulting Chris Mason. Jayce Myles might be leaving on his feet, but ladies and gentlemen, it is Chris Mason who has the Voltage contract.
Nah, that doesn't matter right now.
Yeah, he's got one less kid to worry about. Referee is having a bad time, but he'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I think so. Right? I mean, he only got pushed.
We got other referees.
Yeah, we do. That's fair.
I'm shocked. I mean, up to this point, I've always been saying that Jayce was a pretty upstanding guy. I was really impressed with him, but you don't do that. How can you applaud that, Rob?
Easy, just like this, Donnie. You need to get on board.
I will not applaud that act.
I mean, look at it. He left the Southern Brute laying. Who does that? How many times have you seen him laying like this?
Apparently, Jayce Myles does it. Well, Jayce Myles probably made one heck of a mistake because Chris Mason is not a man you want to have mad, and I'm pretty sure the Southern Brute is pissed off.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Yeah, he'd be okay. I definitely did not want him to see us stand up and clap him.
Oh no, you were all about cheering Jayce's actions while Southern Brute's
All
back
this
was
is
turned.
karma.
Yeah, it's payback. Payback's a bitch.
Payback for what?
For booting Darion.
For the cheap shot that he
Darion
threw at me.
inserted himself.
So what did he
into
tell you
Chris
about
Mason's-
saying my name like that?
Well, anyways, our main event will be coming up next. Chris Mason, you know, he's going to have to put some ice on a certain area, but he will be leaving CWF Warfare with the Voltage contract.
We didn't need any Southern Brutes walking around anyway.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Let's talk about what just happened here. Jayce Myles, he came in here all confused with the wrong game plan, and then unfortunately it was already over before he got with the program. But boy, did he get with the program.
He got with the program.
Well, what Chris Mason got was the Voltage contract, and I am anxious to see what he does with it. But up now, it is the main event as the Manimal goes 1-on-2 against two men who he has victories over in single competition. But can he beat them in a 2-on-1 contest? We're going to find that out right now.